Hello, this is the Cobra GTRM43, which is a 17-inch rotary mower powered by a 1800 watt motor. It's also got a rear roller, so it will leave that lovely stripe on the lawn. So it's all in this box. So what I'm going to do is just cut the tape, open the box up, and then we'll show you how to put it together so you can start mowing your lawn. Here it is, all unpacked from the box. So we've got the mower itself here, so a little bit more about that later. Handlebars do need a little bit of assembly, so in two parts, so very quick to do, so I'll show you that. Got the grass box, again, just needs a little bit of assembly to finish it off, and it comes obviously with all the handle levers and the cable clips and the all-important manual to show you how to use it, look after it. Now, just while we're here, we've got these 4 handle clips. They all look very similar, but there is a subtle difference. 2 of them have got a square nut at the top, and 2 of them have got a curved top there. So that is important because these 2 go round the tubular steel, those 2 go through the hole with a square in it. So what we need to start with are these here. They will only fit the right hole, so it just saves you messing around with them. And what we also need to do is, before we fit this, we want the wire to be on the inside of there, so that will then go over like that. So I'm going to just, to make life a little bit easier, just unthread these out of the clamps. So we've got the washer on there as well, so we just take those out. So it's 1 for each side. So it's just a case of offering that into position like that. Just feed the bolt through, making sure there we've got this curved bit, as we can see, that sits nice and snugly around that tubular steel. Then we put on our flat washer, and then we can wind this back on. Now, we don't have to wind it all the way, because as it goes on, it tightens as we close the clamp. So wind it probably halfway, and then you'll feel that resistance there. If it's gone too much, just loosen it off one, and that's it. We've got a nice tight fit there. And then we just repeat that on the other side here. So we just get that into position, slide it on our flat washer, and then just screw that on about halfway, and then we can just test it for the tension. And that's just a little bit too loose at that, so I'm just going to give it another turn, and that's giving it a good grip on there. So that's the top part on, and then the second part, we need the other 2 clamps. So I'm just going to take the bolts out again, just to save a little bit of time while we're holding it in position. And then we can just lift that into position. And this one just help if you've got somebody just to hold it, because there's a bit of weight there from the cable. So if I can just ask Gareth just to step in to help. So this will adjust at any point, because we can alter the angle to suit the height. So we're going to clamp them together. As you can see, they're clamped together like that. If I give Gareth a set of bolts and washers there, okay? So what we do is from the inside out, and we've got the little square hole there that will lock it in. Make sure that we've got the square goes into the hole, so that just stops everything twisting. On we go with the washer, and then again we can screw that on. And the advantage of this is not only can we adjust the height of the handle to suit you when you're mowing, we can tilt it different directions. For storage, we can also fold the handlebars down, slacken everything off, and this will fold over, so it takes up much less room in your shed or your garage or wherever you store it. So we just tighten that down. It's a little bit too tight. There we go, that's nice and firm like that. We've also got some cable ties here, because we've got this cable here, which is like that, so we don't want that flapping around. So put those over the handle like that, so it just holds the cables neatly together. The only other thing we need to do is just to get the grass box ready, and very simple to do. I'm going to turn it upside down. We can see it's attached at the top, but at the bottom it's got this rubber clip here which will go around this steel frame. So it's just a case of tensioning it, pulling it tight, and then just curling it over like that. So really easy to do. And then the sides exactly the same. And turn it onto this side. And there we have it. So that is all there is to doing that. So that's a good sized grass box, and that fits on the back of the mower, really simply on the back. Now you'll notice inside there is also this piece of plastic here. That is called a mulch plug. Now you can use this mower in two different ways. You can use it conventionally, cutting the grass with the grass box on, which just sits over like that, just flap holds it into place, the grass is cut, and it blows it back into this bag, and when it's full, this little indicator stops flapping. That tells you that the box is full of clippings. Take it off and empty them. So that's one way. If you mow your lawn on a regular basis, you might want to try the mulch plug. So you don't need the collection bag. This simply fits into the hole here, and it blocks this so the grass can't blow out. So that just goes in like that, locks into position. So the grass is then cut underneath the deck of the mower. It's chopped very finely, and then it blows it down into the surface of the lawn where it rots down quickly, but it also recycles the nutrients, so it helps to feed your lawn, keep it green and healthy. If you're using the mulch plug, then you need to mow little and often. That's the secret, so that it works really well. So you've got two mowing options, but if you're going to cut the grass and collect it, then we take the plug out and we just pop that on there like that, and we are now ready to go. So what we'll do is lift it down, get it plugged into the mains, and do a little bit of grass cutting. The mower comes with 10 meters of cable, and we'll obviously plug that into the mains in a minute. There's also a cable holder on the handlebar here, and that is quite important because obviously it's wired into the back of the switch here. If that is yanked, it can loosen the wire. So all you need to do is take a little loop of this, thread it through there. This wire gets pulled here. It's not causing any damage to the switch. The other thing is, when you get the mower out of the box, it will always be on the lowest setting. We don't want to start the mower with the blades touching or bedded down into the grass. So good practice is to raise the height to cut, just so we've lifted it off the ground. Then we can lower it as we start mowing. So what I'm going to do now is plug it in, and then we can cut some grass. The starting procedure is very simple. On the side here there's a red button. You have to depress the red button before the motor will start. So we push that in, and then we pull back the red lever, and that will start the blades going. The motor will kick in, and then it's just a case of pushing and off we go. And of course what you can do is then, when you're mowing, if you think you need to be a little bit lower, we can adjust the height of cut. So there you go, it really easy to assemble, easy to use, and nice lightweight. Makes a great job of mowing the lawn.
Remember to register your Cobra online at www.cobragarden.co.uk. Always have your Cobra serviced regularly. Check the website for your nearest dealer.